It's no surprise that one of the most sought after mods for the Gladiator is a tonneau cover. They bring a lot of benefits to the table, including protection, security, helping out with aerodynamics, and they overall just provide that finished appearance by closing off that open bed space. One of the tough parts though is when shopping around is choosing between all the different types and picking one that's going to best suit your needs. Now that's where I come into play. I'm going to break down all the categories between soft roll-ups, hard trifolds, retractable covers, and bed toppers so that you can find one that's going to work best with your lifestyle. Now also, just make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to see more videos just like this where we break down and compare different JT mods to make the process of building your truck a little bit easier. Now with that out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into it. The first type of tonneau cover here is a soft roll-up tonneau cover. Now this will be one of the more basic options in the category that really shines through with ease, but will also generally be one of your more affordable choices. Because of the nature of a soft cover, these are usually going to be more budget-friendly or entry-level options when taking a look at the category as a whole. Now one of the reasons being is that the build of it is going to be simple and straightforward. Now that will tailor to the JT owner who's looking for a cover that's super user-friendly and when you need it will offer quick and easy and full access to the bed. Now that's mostly thanks to the lightweight material and the compact design. Now one that we're checking out here is the roll-up tonneau cover, and it consists of a tough weather-resistant vinyl material and easy to release and secure Velcro on either side. Now that vinyl won't just be easy to roll up and out of the way onto the top of the bed, but is also going to protect whatever's inside from tough weather conditions, keeping your items dry and protected from the elements. This will also include weather-tight seals on the sides to make sure that no rain or moisture is going to get into the bed. This specific option will have the ability to adjust the tension for a perfect fit every time and a seamless appearance. Now, a cool feature about this one specifically is the lockable design due to the sturdy tailgate bar on the back. Now, that is going to provide some security for anybody who is looking to get into your bed through the tailgate, so it's going to give you some peace of mind there. Now, speaking of the security aspect of this cover, that's one area that the specific category doesn't do incredibly well at. Now, this will do a great job at covering up everything in your bed and deterring prying eyes, especially with the lockable design in the rear, depending on which specific soft roll-up that you choose, but the vinyl's not going to stand up well to a determined thief with a knife. Now this type of cover won't provide you as much security compared to something like a hard cover, but that may not necessarily be a big deal to you, especially if you're mainly searching for an easy and more budget-friendly option for bed coverage and security isn't high up on your priority list. However, if you're looking to step up your game when it does come to security for your bed, that's where our next cover comes into play. The next tonneau cover in our series is probably favored the most out of the four that we're talking about today, and that's going to be the hard trifold. This one, just like the soft cover, will give you the protection and security that you need for your bed, but this one will pass that knife test. It is going to stop that determined thief from getting in through the material on top, which is going to provide a lot more security thanks to the rigid construction. Now the one that we're looking at in this video is the Rough Country Low Profile Hard Trifold Tonneau Cover. Now this cover and most hard trifold covers like it will have an aluminum construction that's going to hold up incredibly well to anybody who's trying to break into it, and of course holds its own to the elements, which will provide a longevity out of the cover as a whole. Now this is a bit bigger or bulkier than the thinner vinyl on a soft cover, but the aluminum build balances strength and a lightweight design incredibly well, so you can flip this thing out of the way with ease whenever you need to and save that excess weight on the back of your truck. Now operation is as simple as pulling a latch or a cable on the underside of the cover that releases the pins on either side of the rail, and it simply just flips back onto the bulkhead. Now when it's completely folded, there are going to be straps to hold it secure, so when you're driving with that larger cargo and the tonneau cover open, you don't have to worry about it bouncing around. Now with it completely open, you will be able to access most of your bed, but Unlike that first option that was small and compact when it was rolled up, this is going to take up a little bit more space on the back. Now, most hard trifolds, this one included, will be able to very easily be popped off if need be for that very extra large cargo, so you're not completely limited with this style. Now, I think what I like most about this cover though, and hard trifolds in general, is that you're getting all these benefits at a reasonable mid-tier price, and it creates an incredibly sleek look with the design. Now, this one specifically is a low profile option from Rough Country, so it's pretty much even with the bed height, offering an impressively clean appearance. Now, our next option will also have that low profile aspect and most of the benefits that you see here, but it does switch it up a bit when it comes to the operation if you're looking for one that's going to be a bit more creative than a trifold. The next tonneau on my list is a retractable cover. Now, this carries over a lot of the benefits of the trifold that we just looked at, but again has a more intuitive way of accessing your bed. Now, this one that we're looking at here is the Roll and Lock M Series retractable bed cover. And the name says it all, being able to retract the cover for quick access to your bed without having to walk down the side of the truck or roll or fold the cover. Now, on the rear portion of this tonneau cover near the tailgate, this is going to have a pull strap that will unlatch it, allowing the cover to roll into the canister on the bulkhead that sits in the back of the bed for that very low profile appeal. Now, speaking of that canister, something to note here is that this type of cover is going to come with a box or housing for the retracted part of the cover that drops into the bed down at the bulkhead. Now, these usually do take up some space in the bed, but if you're not packing your bed very tight with cargo, then this shouldn't be something that you would need to worry about for your day-to-day life. Now, this cover and others like it will also feature in-bed rails with ball bearings for smooth operation and a tough construction. Now, on the topic of construction, all retractable covers will have that hard cover attribute to them, passing the knife test and offering that extra measure of security, especially with it being lockable when it's fully closed and the tailgate is up. Now, the specific cover will have a lightweight yet tough vinyl ceramic sheet on top while being supported on the inside with a strong aluminum core. Now, the rest of the cover will also boast the same qualities, being tough and fully sealed, so you won't have to worry about any water or moisture going to get inside and get to your things. Now, what I think really shines through from this type of cover though is that you can have this in multiple configurations, which keeps this cover super versatile. Now, usually with the tonneau cover, it needs to be completely open or completely shut, but with this retractable one, you can latch it really at any point along the rails if you only need partial access to the bed. Now, this is great if you're hauling different types of cargo and need that extra vertical space, but you want the remaining portion of your bed to be covered. However, if you want a cover that's going to provide you with protection and lots of vertical space, the next type may be for you. The last cover on my list is tailored to the JT owner looking for coverage, but in an advantageous way. Now, that is the bed topper. Now, the one that we're looking at specifically is the Best Top Super Top 2 Soft Bed Topper. Now, this type of cover will offer a bit more than the standard tonneau cover, making it a more premium choice, mainly because of all the additional covered vertical space that's going to be available with this one. Now, that makes it great for camping adventures or overlanding scenarios where you have a ton of cargo in the back that may come up a bit higher than the side of the bed, and you still want to keep all of it protected from the elements. The specific option, and most like it, will be made of a heavy-duty mildew and UV-resistant black diamond vinyl material. That will make it tough enough to withstand the elements and offer longevity out of the system over time. This will even include a frame system to keep the material taut and prevent any buildup of snow or rain from puddling on top of it. Now, this will also do great against the elements, but just like our first option, this is not going to hold up very well to a knife, so while it does well at covering the cargo and including slight deterring factors like tinted windows, for the determined thief, this is not going to hold them back. However, like I said before, tough security may not be at the peak of your priority list. Now, that spot may belong to flexibility offered out of a top, which this one has. Now, just like the tonneau cover having the ability to open up for easy bed access, this one will too. Now, the topper will have the ability to completely be folded down onto the bulkhead like a soft top. Now, that's going to offer you the versatility in this setup compared to other bed covers or even hard bed caps, giving you the best of both worlds. Now, I think this is also unique in the fact that this gives you the bed topper look out of your build if you want something that's going to stand out from the average tonneau cover, making it a great pick for your Gladiator. Now, choosing the right style tonneau cover for you will come down to your lifestyle and how you use your Gladiator. Now, hopefully, now that you know the characteristics of each style here, it's going to be a bit easier to find the right tonneau cover for you and your build. Now, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to see more videos just like this and all of our other product review and install videos. And as always, keep it right here at extremeterrain.com.